raise this up a little bit so we don't have the desk showing.
Yeah, and you could zoom in a little bit.
Okay, that's recording. Great.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Is your guest waiting or?
She's gonna be coming in
She's
the middle.
stuck in traffic.
Oh, okay.
Can you move your seat a little bit down?
Sure.
Because I'm a little bit low.
Oh,
Oh, here. Okay. That's good. Okay.
is that fine?
5, 4. This is a song of people that are happy. Yeah, they're happy to go out and big fucking snow.
Hello, I'm Shalhavit. I've been blessed to come across academics who rigorously study aspects of our well-being.
Songs have been written about it. Self-help books have been published about it. Now, Harvard has a class teaching the basics of being happy.
I work with Dr. Talvin Shahar of Harvard University. I met Ellen Langer, Steven Pinker, Dan Gilbert, and more.
Based on Harvard's popular happiness fact, incorporating the leading studies on life, work, and overall well-being.
We want to share this database of knowledge of researchers around the world.
The hardest work is actually like quieting the mind, you know? Like connecting clearly with this world.
Good evening, Cambridge. I'm Shalhavit, and this is Tom Maloney. And I wanted to welcome you for tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about a step that has to do with happiness that is not, just the basic, eat, drink, sleep, which is very, very important. I kind of promised to myself that every time I start the show, I'm going to emphasize how eating, drinking, and sleeping has so much to do with our happiness. And, so let's just start with that. Think about, have I slept enough? And have I drank enough? And that means H2O, water. And if you're eating well means every, no more than 4 hours waiting between meals. Making sure that your body is doing well before you even get to that step of, focusing on your thoughts. Because really the body has so much to do with the health of the brain and optimism. And today I want to talk a little bit about a seminar, which is, the next step. A seminar that Tom and myself, with 2 other facilitators, one is on her way, Boriana and Naomi. The 4 of us are going to lead a seminar on May 18th at the Cambridge Innovation Center, which is located at 1 Broadway Street in Cambridge, in Kendall Square. Mm-hmm. And the seminar is basically going to be, just like, cramming some just hard work on, in a groove and guided on really taking your life one step ahead. So I'm going to let Tom give a few words, and, we're going to discuss a little bit. We're going to have Boriana join us in the middle. And so, yeah, welcome to Opening Your Eyes. Tom, tell us a little bit about the seminar.
It's called All About Love. And what it is helping people to become aware of a different type of love called self-love. And Boriana, when we first started talking about this, went and looked up the word love. And there are 9 different descriptions of love, but not one on self-love. And how important is self-love? That we protect ourselves and we don't get out of balance. We talk about self-love being in all parts of our life, from our romantic self, of course, from our health and well-being self, to our spiritual self, to our learning self. All these different areas of your life that we ignore, or not ignore deliberately, but we become unaware of. Self-love is so important. How do we help others if we're not being the example to ourselves? How to become aware if somebody else is out of balance, that you can support them and change if you're not aware of yourself, what you're going through, and what we end up doing to hurt ourselves and not support ourselves.
I want to give a few words about Boriana, and you could help me because Tom introduced Boriana and me. Tom also introduced Naomi and me. Tom is an amazing networker. You can see him in a lot of meetups, which are really wonderful places for people to meet each other and, innovations and good ideas to start growing. So Boriana, as far as I recall, Boriana studies with Tal Ben Shachar, which is a professor that I've been studying with. Tal Ben Shachar taught the popular class at Harvard, the happiness class, which is the leading studies of positive psychology. Tal put it together into a class, and I was the project manager of the course of Tal, for Tal, with the course, kind of being an apprentice and studying positive psychology. And that has been my path for the past 5 years. The 7 years before that, I was doing rabbinic school and just, working with people and psychology, but more through the Bible. So I have a lot of experience and background and people in social studies, both from the ancient perspective and today the psychology research. Boriana has been studying a tremendous amount of just psychology and is now still enrolling in a program with Tal Ben Shachar here in Massachusetts. So both Boriana and I are coming very strong from the field of the research of the positive psychology, where Tom comes a lot from the NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, which is the talk that we have, the chatter that we have in the brain, how to direct that talk, how to facilitate and encourage new paths of thinking. And Tom has a special way that he's going to introduce in the seminar called
Well-formed outcome.
Well-formed outcome. And it's an intense process that could be very long, it could be medium long. It's a process that really clarifies in your head what is your next step and how to do it. And the seminar really is, bringing you to that step and focusing yourself, giving you the tools. But I was going to talk a little bit more about Boriana. You could share a little bit more of...
Boriana just finished her course last week with Tal Ben out at Kapala, out in the western part of the state. And that was a year-long course that she took. And actually the second month that she was there was a week with Tal. And 2 weeks ago she spent the week with Tal, learning in some great people that she associated with, just following it on Facebook. But there was a lot of research that they had, modules they had to take and do every month. And Boriana is also an artist. She has a lot of art that's showing down in New York City. And if you go online, and her website is called Blossom. And she has this great pictures up there. And also she runs a seminar on Sundays once a month for 3 hours, helping people get clarity about being in balance through different types of exercises and yoga. And she does those out in Watertown. Boriana was originally from, Bulgaria, and came here about 10, 15 years ago, and is increasing her schooling all the time, and is actually looking to build a coaching business now and continue doing her seminars on her own and also in collaboration with us.
So this is going to be Boriana's seat right here. So you're getting all the introduction for Boriana. Tom is also giving seminars, weekly seminars, which we didn't even mention here, I believe. They're on Wednesdays, correct?
A week from tomorrow night, we're doing a seminar. Boriana and myself are doing it at the Law of Attraction meetup, which is held in Boston. And if you want to find out the information, if you go to Meetup and just type in Boston Law of Attraction, the information will be right there for you, and you can sign up and attend. Great bunch of people, diverse people from all walks of life. Learned some great things there. Had a woman come in one time, and she was teaching laugh yoga. So all sorts of different disciplines as far as improving yourself and increasing your knowledge of what you need to take and do to be in balance in your life and have a better life. So next Wednesday night, Boriana and myself will be doing an hour-and-a-half seminar at this location, and we expect there'll be 60 to 90 people there. And like I say, you'll learn a lot just from the people that you're associating with.
Yeah, Tom has been doing the well-formed outcome seminar for, I don't know, how many years now, Tom?
Oh, I actually learned about it first time probably 6 or 8 years ago, but been actively doing it for the last couple of years.
How did you learn about it? And
It's
if you
pa-
could
it-
give
it's-
us just like a quick,
It's an NLP. It's part of an NLP process. You should do a well-formed outcome before you do any NLP process. And as far as I'm concerned, you should do a well-formed outcome. Any change you're doing in your life, you should be clear about what you want. Over in Europe, well-formed outcomes are huge, in the business world.
promoting the drinking, by the way.
Most of the businesses over there don't do anything without doing a well-formed outcome. I was talking to somebody last week from Siemens, and happened to mention well-formed outcome. He said we do it all the time. Probably once a day we do it, as far as our business and directions we're taking on different products. So the well-formed outcomes helps you get clarity right down to the details about what works for you and raises the questions. It doesn't solve the questions, but it raises the questions as to what you need to solve for you to be successful in your endeavors.
I think also besides just raising questions, so I myself went through the seminar with Tom of the well-formed outcome, and you kind of, the questions that are raised, for example, there's the question of, what exactly do you lose if that goal of yours that you're really passionate about, what are the pros and cons? And then, what do you lose? What are the cons if you don't do it? And it takes you through like maybe looking at, I think at least like 4 different angles at the same thing that you kind of just, you were in a picture, and you get like, you get to really see your picture from really all the perspectives, and, just kind of really be clear, because, I think when we're more clear about what we're looking for, we're more prone to doing it. And there's questions, and, you have to write them down, and you discuss them, and it really brings you to this clarity and awareness of what is the next step. And through the seminar that we're leading, All About Love, which I'm going to show you right now here on, this is our Facebook page, All About Love. Scroll down. You've got all these really cute pictures that are posted. The tickets you could get through the website, through Facebook. You have a link there. I just Googled
Eventbrite.
All About through Eventbrite.
Yes.
And you could just open the website here. You could see it's on Saturday, May 18th. Starts at 10 a.m. at the Cambridge Innovation Center. I'm going to just show you the map. This is the Cambridge Innovation Center, which is located on 1 Broadway Street in Kendall Square. So, Tom, I would like to maybe ask you, so, as facilitators of the seminar, we had to, we've done it already before, we led it before, but we also had to do it on ourselves. And I want to kind of, be our own promoters of, what are the things that you gained from our seminar?
When Naomi did her piece of work, really,
Naomi is not going to be with us today.
No,
but
she
she's the 4th facilitator.
that opened up all new ways of looking at what love is about and what relationships are about, from your teenage years all the way up to your older years, we'll call it. I really get some insight as to what the growth process is all the way along that.
Naomi was talking a lot about vulnerability and sensitivity, and
And she's a big follower of this woman,
Brene Brown.
And her whole thing talks about shame, how shame can end up stopping us if we don't learn how to control it and be in balance about that. The piece that Boriana did was more about love and loving ourselves. And your piece was just amazing. I've seen it before, and it's actually, if you go to her site, you can see a lot of her seminar in the teachings that she does down at the college down in New York. And what college was that?
That was Baruch College, New York. College in New York.
Great seminar. Take the hour and a half, and you will be empowered when you're done. This is free, online for you guys. Her, with this great knowledge of teaching this class and talking about great ideas that get out there, but then get pulled back into, oh yeah, there's some new doors opened here.
What did you get from my class, from my part of the seminar? I was talking about authenticity, how when you're more yourself, you're more attractive. I was bringing different research and pointing out, kind of making the viewer, understand that point of, needing to be yourself.
Validation.
Validation.
She does a great piece on validation that we don't realize. We need to validate ourselves and to validate others. And this piece that you did was just wonderful to show how you can change people's lives, your own, and there's Boriana right there.
Boriana, come on in.
How you can change people's lives by validating them and yourself, and the power that you get from giving happiness to other people. Doing this, it's a wonderful piece that she does, and you can see, like I say, you can see most of it all online.
So we were talking a lot about her, and here she is, Boriana. Welcome to the studio. Hi. Happy to see you. Sure. Closer. Yeah, scooch. There we are. Welcome. So we gave our listeners a bunch of background about you, about the course of Tal Shachar, and how I met you through Tom, and we've been basically explaining a little bit, about the seminar. Kind of, do we really draft the seminar? What's happening throughout the day?
Not really.
No. We just started sharing our own experience of us going through the seminar, and what inspired us. But how about, since I want to be a really good promoter, so I just realized I should probably keep on pointing it out again. So let me show it online again. All About Love. It's going to happen on Saturday, May 18th, 10 a.m. at the Cambridge Innovation Center, which is located on 1 Broadway Street in Kendall Square. And here with us is Boriana, who is one of the facilitators of the seminar. And now it's your turn. Tell us a little bit about the seminar.
Well, it's a really exciting experience, a growing experience, even for the few hours, for the day that you spend there. For us, presenting and participating, and for the people that were there the last time and that were preparing for the new group, it's prepared to be a transformational experience.
Yeah.
Because even with a small amount of change, of changing your perception, you can still actually transform your life, implement that, embrace it in your life, and go out and actually bring about some lasting change in your life.
So we told the listeners a little bit about your seminar that you lead every week on Sundays?
Once a month.
Once a month in Watertown, where you do, maybe give us just like a few words about that so people could also hear about, what you do usually.
Mm-hmm. So Blossom, I've been doing it for 2 years already. It's a workshop that's, again, designed for people to adopt some healthy habits that are not that hard to actually incorporate in your busy life. So it has some meditation. It's based on mindfulness and how mindfulness actually spreads out throughout our lives, daily lives. So our relationships, ourselves, our eating habits, how we sleep, how we feel. So it's not just about sitting and meditating for 5 hours a day, but actually being mindful throughout your regular life, regular day. So it's for everyone. It's a very customized in a way that it's easy for people to adopt those habits that really help them be more, experience their life more fully, and lead a healthier, happier life.
Okay, so those are a few words about Boriana's seminar, which she gives once a month in Watertown. And again, the three of us here are going to lead the seminar, which we're going to do every so often. But the coming up seminar is on May 18th here at Cambridge Innovation Center. And the seminar is called All About Love. And we're going to be bringing, I'm bringing some of my skills on authenticity, some from positive psychology. Tom is going to be bringing skills and teachings from NLP, from neurolinguistic programming, and how to really teach your brain and, asking those questions, clarifying your roles. Boriana is going to bringing her talents, and we mentioned that Boriana is an artist. Tom was talking about your exhibits in New York, and and one of the things that we're going to do, so Boriana was just talking about one of her skills, which is really helping you take, that what is you want to change in your life and actually make it, I don't know if tangible, but, make it real and make it actual, make it happen. And it just connected in my head because my next question to you was going to be, how do you make that happen? And I just remembered that we're doing this little, I'm not going to tell you yet, but there's a project that you actually do to have like a physical manifestation of your decision of how you want to change. So I wanted to ask you about, just if you could share one of the things that you recommend in your seminars and that you're going to bring in our seminar, without telling too much, but it's always good to give some of the information to tease and say, hey, come, it's going to be really great. How much is it, by the way? I'm looking at the website.
It was $70.
$70.
Right. But we're willing to offer a discount for people who are here tonight. Okay, watching the show. I will put it up later on tonight, and if you just put in the word Cambridge in the discount code, we'll give it to you for $55.
Sweet. So Tom is in charge of the pricing, and so again, this is the Facebook page. You just look on the Facebook under All About Love. This is our little logo right here, All About Love. So if you see this logo, then it's probably what we're doing. All About Love is the seminar, and it's here on May 18th. It's $70. It's $55 if you say you watched our show. My show, our show. And so Boriana, we were asking Boriana a little tip.
One thing, I'll connect it with the mindfulness because that's my favorite. Mindful listening. That's the best way to show your love to your partner, to your children, to your coworkers. Show attention and get to know them, get to know their ideas.
Can you give us a few words about mindful listening?
Well, most of the time we think we're listening, but actually we're doing something else, and it's yes, honey, I'm listening to you, yeah. Or your child is talking to you and you're doing the dishes, or you're cooking, and at the same time you're on your BlackBerry or smartphone, and you're
or you have a whole other
whatever, okay,
other applications in my head open too, like
that too. You're thinking about what you have to do afterwards, or what happened before that. So you're still stuck in the past or the future, and you're not really right there with those people. And if you just take one moment and shut up, literally, and just be there for them and take in all the information that they're saying with their words.
So one
with their
tip
face,
about active listening, how just one thing, or maybe I could share.
Okay. If you have,
just from from Ellen Langer's class. Ellen Langer's a professor at Harvard talking about mindfulness, and one of the things she relates to as active listening and mindful is like really noticing a lot of as many things as you can in your partner, noticing their posture, eye contact, but really noticing as many things as you can. And there was an experiment. They gave counselors questionnaires to ask the campers. And some of the counselors were told just to ask the questionnaire, the others were told to be mindful and notice things about the students. And later on, the students were asked, what do they think about the counselor? And those who were with the counselors who were really noticing things about them said that they significantly felt like the counselor really cared about them, and they really wanted to be in that bunk Like they really want to be with that counselor because, if we really pay attention to people, we're more engaged, we're more interested because, people could be museums. Like this is a universe and, and I could think that I know what she's talking about, but I really have no idea. And if I really listen, it just triggers a whole world of excitement and experiences and connection. So we're going to be talking about mindful listening too. We have 1 minute and 10 seconds really left. So there was
What's your website? I wasn't sure. For Blossom?
Zaneva, Zaneva.com, and then you can find Blossom, the classes,
Okay.
and other.
So we're going to bring Boriana to, a whole interview of her in 2 weeks from now in the next show, so stay tuned. And I wanted to thank both of you for coming, and I wanted to thank you guys for being with us, and really excited to see you on May 18th at the Cambridge Innovation Center on 1 Broadway Street.
So if you go to Eventbrite, All About Love, it's right there. All the information is there about it.
Or just Facebook, All About Love.
Yeah. So both ways will get you there.
Yeah, or you could feel free to email me. I've got my email opened right here. You can email me at shalhavit@facebook.com, shalhavit @facebook.com. And yeah, you can feel free to email me about the seminar or about these wonderful individuals. Thank you so much for coming, and
Thank you.
have a wonderful evening, Cambridge.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, thank you.
Wow, that was quick.
It was real quick tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
6:57. Well, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, I'm so and on top of everything, I'm in the tunnel, we're not moving, and my AC goes off and it just like blows hot air, so I'm like sweating. But I'm playing like a yoga music CD, so I'm like, okay, whatever.
Let me just get out of everything here and log out of everything. Oh, whoops. Oh, whoops. I just want to log out.
Do you have a disc in here?
Yes. Yeah, if you want.